These players are being slept on, Buff Nation. What's going on? I'm going to give you 6 names that Coach Prime and our Colorado Buffaloes are going to get some sneaky production out of this year. I'm going to make an impact for the team. Of course, let me know. Who would you switch out? Am I forgetting anybody? Be sure to like, subscribe. We're on our way to 15K. Most importantly, I want to hear what you guys got to say in the comments. But let's go ahead and get into it. Some guys that are going to have an underrated impact on this year's team. And we got to start with some high rated freshmen coming into this season. And let's start with Ohio State flip London Merritt, 4-star edge player coming out of IMG. You know, we've been developing a great relationship with them. And he was actually here early on, was here to practice with the team as they were getting ready for the bowl game, the Alamo Bowl here in San Antonio, which was great. But a guy that when you look at what he's been able to do in terms of just physicality, quick off the line, I think that he's going to be in the game for pass rush situations and part of the overall edge rotation as a true freshman. Number 52 player ranked nationally on ESPN. And again, 24/7 had him rated as the 25th edge player, number 31 in the state of Florida. So a very talented player that we're going to see a lot out of his freshman year, no doubt about it. Now, another freshman that is like kind of, I guess, part of this class, but didn't join until this summer was Noah King. And he's a 4-star cornerback coming out of Hamilton, Ohio, and originally committed to Kansas State. So he was practicing with them as an early enrollee this spring, but ended up entering the transfer portal. And you'll see him on the Well Off and Reach the People media videos. Number 20, he's 6'2", 200 pounds already, has great size. And I don't expect him to be a part of the rotation initially at corner. I mean, we got some other guys like Tyrekus Davis, RJ Johnson, Teon Parks, a few other guys, but I could see Noah King getting more and more run as the season goes on. So another 4-star player, high upside. Let me see here. 24/7 had him rated as the number 26 cornerback in the entire country, number 7 player in all of Ohio. So he's essentially part of our recruiting class, another 4-star player that we're bringing in alongside London Merritt. I'm very excited to see him get some run at the cornerback position. Now, let's transition to the wide receiver position. Another guy out of the state of Florida, now here for his redshirt sophomore year, and that is Isaiah Harge, a guy who has played a little bit of cornerback. He's played running back, mainly a wide receiver is where we see him working now, but we've seen him in limited capacity in the spring game and then against Utah, I want to say last year. But anytime we see Isaiah Harge on the field, man, he is making plays. And I think he's establishing himself as one of these go-to guys out of the slot, spelling for a guy like Draylon Miller. Anytime he's catching the ball, or anytime he's being thrown the ball, he's making wild catches. He's making big plays. You've seen him develop good rapport with both Kylin Salter and Julian Lewis. Isaiah Harge going to be a factor this year and moving forward, no doubt about it. So love to see Isaiah Harge. Now, you might have need to be reminded of he was part of our 2023 class. So he's been here for a little while, which is great to see. I think he's developed great. And he's coming from St. Thomas Aquinas, or came from St. Thomas Aquinas, rather, one of the top programs in the entire country. So last year he had 1 reception, but he took that for 39 yards, 2 carries for 8 yards, and 5 total tackles. So that's a guy who also brings special teams playing ability as well. We'll see more of that from Isaiah Harge. Now, another wide receiver that could be a factor in the slot as well is CU returner Jack Hestera. He started his career with Colorado at the beginning, then transferred out when Prime was hired, but went to Charlotte, then spent some time over at Utah State most recently, and now he's back. And a guy that I think has some great receiving chops and playmaking ability out of the slot. One of our most experienced receivers, as you see right here. So this past year at Utah State, finished with 24 receptions for 340 yards and 4 touchdowns. and had a career high 10 reception game uh, earlier or last season. So against UNLV, I think that he's a guy you've seen him make some sneaky plays as well, shown in the practice videos. Keep an eye out for Jack Hystera. It's kind of cool that he's ending his college career where he started it. I think that's awesome. Now, two more names for you guys. A guy that I have talked a lot about is Quincy Wiggins this summer. And I mean, how could you not be impressed with him? 6'5, 255-pound edge, kind of a late bloomer. He started playing football, I think, his junior year of high school. And so kind of new to football still. Spent some time with LSU and then transferred out here, and he was the number one player in all of Louisiana when he was coming out of high school. So that's tremendous 4-star edge, and a guy that has tremendous pass rushing ability with his unique length and speed. I think we're starting to see him put that together now. Has a couple more years left. This is his redshirt junior year. Cannot wait to see what Quincy Wiggins brings to the table. But I think that he has cemented himself as a firm member of the edge rotation this year, which is going to be awesome. And then lastly, a lot has been talked about. Kylin Salter, of course, going to be the starting quarterback for the Buffs this year. But we also brought in his little brother, Kylin Salter, linebacker, transfer from TCU. And right now, I wouldn't say that I think he's the starter or one of our starting inside linebackers. You have Martavius French, I think, is going to start alongside kind of the leader of the group being Reginald Hughes or Reggie Hughes, who I talked about in my video yesterday. But Kylin Salter, everybody seems to be very impressed with his speed, his development so far, a younger player. So I think that he is going into his redshirt sophomore year, so still plenty of time to develop. But I think you're going to see him play in a part-time capacity at linebacker to start. But depending on how things shake out, it would not surprise me to see him in the starting lineup at some point this season. So a lot of hype around Kylin Salter. Both Salter brothers, keep an eye out for this year on both sides of the ball. So I think that's great. And also, Kylin Salter is going to be a factor on special teams, which is great. So, again, those are my 6 names. London Merritt, Noah King as true freshman, Isaiah Harge, Jack Hestera at the wide receiver position. And then on defense, we also got Quincy Wiggins at the edge position and Kylin Salter at linebacker. So, y'all let me know what you think about this list. Who would be some names that you would add or take away? Let me know in the comments. And hope you guys are having a great day. I'll be back with some more videos soon. I had a very fun collaboration earlier this week with Bill Carroll, NFL Draft Scout, and host of College Football Focus. So I'm going to be posting some clips on there soon. So guys, have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, comment. As always, Go Buffs.